I chose the book I Love My New Toy by Mo Willems. Mo Willems is one of my favorite children's book authors, and he actually has a book collection with these two fictional characters, Piggy and Gerald, and those were my favorite books to read when I was growing up, but this was one of my favorites. So throughout each of Mo Willems' books in this collection, he shares an important life lesson with these two characters. So in this book, it's about Piggy who just got a new toy and she's really happy and excited about it. And then the elephant, Gerald, comes along and asks if he can play with it too. So Piggy allows him to play with it, so Gerald decides to throw it up into the air. And then it comes falling back down and crashes on the ground and breaks in half. So Piggy gets really, really upset and starts crying and saying that she's really mad and sad. So then Gerald apologizes and says that he's really sorry, but Piggy doesn't accept his apology and they both start crying because they're so upset. So then a squirrel comes along and picks up the toy and realizes that it's a break and snap toy, so it's meant to break and then snap back together. So Piggy gets really happy and excited that her toy didn't break and asks if Gerald wants to play with it again. But Gerald says no. And at the end of the book, he says, I don't want to play with your toy, Piggy. I want to play with you. Because friends are more important and fun than toys. So you can see here that they hug and they're really happy. And then they play tag at the end of the book. The genre of the book is fiction. And growing up, I think I really liked this book because it was simple and easy to read. There are barely any words on each of the pages, but what really told the story was the expression of the characters. So you can see that their faces have a lot of expression, which helped to tell the story. I also really like this book because it taught me that even if a friend breaks your toy, it shouldn't ruin your relationship between that friend, and that it's more important to have friendships in your life than it is to care about a toy. So when reading this book as an adult, I think of it in the same way as I did when I was a child. It's really easy to read, not only to a child, but if they read it themselves, because there are very few words on each of the pages. And the book also repeats many words and phrases over and over again, so that can be easy for the child to remember or understand what's going on in the book. The facial expressions are also great in the book because it really helps to tell the story and relate to how the characters are feeling when they're talking. I think the moral of the story is that no matter what happens in life, it's important to have friends that you can go to when you're sad or to have fun, and that objects don't matter as much as a relationship with a friend is.